Hi Sagittarius, it's Ea Patsy, and I'm doing your love bite. The time between April 2018, mid-April 2018, and mid-May 2018. So this month we're going to be using a new deck, which are by Stacy DeMarco and Johnny Manton, and they are the goddesses and sirens and the gods and titans. So what we're going to do, actually, is gods and titans are the male energies, and goddesses and sirens are the female energies. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get a card that's going to represent the male energy and the female energy. This is the male side of the reading, and this is the female side of the reading. These people may or may not be attached to one another. Um, this is just a message for you, Sagittarius. And as I said, these people, these energies may or may not be connected, and we will see that as we go along. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't, right? So we're going to get cards from the Romance Angel Oracle deck and a card from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms deck, and that's by Colette Baron Reed. And then we'll see how it goes from there. Okay, so starting with the masculine energy, the card that came up for you was Vulcan, Sagittarius. Vulcan. Inventiveness. Okay, so this talks about someone who is a hard worker, craftsman, someone who works with their hands, someone who is imaginative, someone who has a lot of skills. He can, whatever he puts his mind to, he can conquer. You know, he could even be a computer programmer. He can write code or those kinds of things. This is someone who is creative, someone who is resourceful, and who can make a way out of nowhere. Okay? But this is also talking about a man who may, or masculine energy, who may not feel that he may be discriminated against. This may be someone who may have a handicap, someone who may have a disability. This may be someone who feels left out. Maybe someone who was adopted as a young child or went through a very difficult childhood. They could have disassociations with their parents or difficult relationships with their mothers. Someone who is trying to fit in, but at the same time, their talent makes them stand out from the others. All right. But this is a person who has been hurt by females in their lives. Not only their maternal energies, but maybe women who they have loved, maybe have not valued them as much because maybe they weren't as physically attractive as others, or they had something, some disability or some difference that made them not perfect in their eyes, in the eyes of the person that they were loving, or at least they felt inadequate. They may have come to the table with a feeling of inadequacy themselves, even though they're strong and smart and creative. This may be a man who, outside, he looks like he's got it together, but inside, he's a very insecure child looking for parents' approval or looking for the approval of the person that they're with. So he may not always be as honest as he should be because he's going to try to say and do the things that are going to bring less criticism and bring more acceptance by those who are empowered or who are important to him. He's definitely an intelligent, hard worker, respected. If he's a craftsman, he could be a teacher, but he could be a mechanic, a guy that works with his hands, but maybe not as physically strong as he would want to be. So again, this could be someone who is a computer geek, someone who uses their brain more than their brawn. And again, this could make him feel inadequate in comparison to other males around them. Okay? But very, very smart person and very creative. All right? And looking for approval from the women in his life, from the important women in his life. Romance Angel Oracle cards that came up for you in this reading, dear Sagittarian, was this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So this was in the reverse. And let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So together, I'm thinking that the message here is that maybe you haven't been able to, maybe you've been trying to find someone, maybe you're interested in someone at work, perhaps, but you're hesitant because you feel like you may not be their type, or you don't have the confidence maybe that you should have. You're afraid of being rejected, maybe. And I think the message here is that see if you can get your friends to help you. Set you up on a date with this person, get their attention, or talking to your ancestors and your angel guides and asking them to intervene. I feel that you are attracted to someone and you feel that you're not confident in yourself. Even though you know you have a lot to offer, in the past you may have had rejection by women because maybe you weren't the bad boy, the sexy guy that everybody wanted. You're more of the nerd. You're more of the studious one. You may have been at the library. You may have been doing your work and trying to get the good grades and learn a skill. And, maybe you weren't on the football team and the basketball team. Maybe you were the guy in the science lab. But with all that you have acquired, education and the status, you still have a problem. You're not so comfortable in relationship to women or whoever your love interest is. Your love interest would be. You're lacking some confidence. So the message here, Sagittarius, is to let your friends help you. Because there could be someone that is at your work, someone that you do work with, who might not even realize that you're interested or that you're even available because you're too shy maybe to talk to them or not to talk to them about things like this at work, especially in this day and age, right? Because you never know. And you don't want to put yourself in a position to get accused of anything. Uh, so it may be best to use social contacts, co-workers, to intervene, or safest of all, talking to your ancestors, praying to your guardian angels, asking for help from the divine. Card that came for you from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms card were the Spiral Dancer. This talks about perceptions. Okay. And going around in circles or in a maze or having to jump through a lot of hoops in order to, like, you have to perform for someone and you have to go through a lot of extra changes that maybe everybody else may not have to go through. So maybe there is some physical challenges for you, Sagittarius man. This talks about perception. This could be the way other people perceive you, but this could also be the way you perceive yourself. And again, your fear or your lack of confidence and what it is that you have to offer. Right? Just because maybe you didn't get the validation that you should have gotten from women around you, your mother, your sisters, female energies around you, doesn't mean that you're not an attractive man. Doesn't mean that some other woman, that some other women wouldn't find you attractive. Maybe the women who will find you attractive are on a higher vibration than your own mother and your sisters were. Just about perception. And the more confidence that you build in yourself, not just in your intelligence and your craftsmanship, because you have that, you have to start to get some confidence in you, the person. You know, maybe you can stand to spruce up a little bit. Maybe you can change that haircut. Maybe you can get some new glasses. You know, it's just not, what you think other people think of you, but also, well, what are you doing to feed into that? You know, if you want to be in a relationship, if you want to be attracted or attractive to someone, you need to do things to make yourself attractive. I'm not saying to go get plastic surgery and all that crap, but maybe you need to change your hairstyle. You know, maybe you need to start going to the gym and spending less time in the lab. Make yourself more available. Put yourself in more social situations. Invite people out. Go on some dates. Have people over. Do some double dating. Get off of the computer and maybe start doing some things in the community that can bring you into contact with more people that would find you attractive. Go to museums, all of that stuff that people do, libraries, museums, things like that. Get out in the world. Stop doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting to find new results. This is about change. This is the number 5. So this is about change and creativity. Change your perception of yourself so that you'll be able to heal those childhood hurts and get those messages out of inadequacy out of your head that you may be playing in that loop. Give yourself credit for what you've accomplished, despite all that you had going against you. I'll share everything. So over here on our feminine energy side, Sagittarius females, the card that embodied your energy this month, Helen of Troy, beauty, right? The face that launched 1,000 ships, right? Because she was so beautiful. She'd been kidnapped to another nation. And this is where the legend of the Trojan horse comes in. The Trojan War was about trying to retrieve Helen and bring her back home. And the Trojan horse was the thing that the people of Troy, the soldiers of Troy, set up in front of the castle, and everybody came to be curious. And in the meantime, it was a sabotage, like I know what I mean. It was a camouflage, and so when the soldiers came being nosy, they got jumped, they got slaughtered, and they were able to rescue her. But Helen, we hear about Helen's beauty, but they don't talk a lot about the fact that she was a warrior, a demigoddess, because her father was Zeus. Zeus was the king of the gods, right? Zeus had a lot of kids with a lot of mortal women and goddesses. And Helen's mother was the wife of a mortal king. So she was a demigod. But she was very beautiful. But Sparta, right? She was a Spartan. So she learned how to take care of herself. She was very smart. Very smart, very adventurous. And men were constantly trying to possess her. They started wars. They fought wars just to get her back. So this is talking about beauty, intelligence, strength, power. It talks about jealousy and vanity, possessiveness, control. The price you pay for beauty. The importance that is put on beauty. I'm sorry. And the failure to acknowledge a woman's qualities beyond beauty, being shallow and only looking at beauty and not looking at all the other attributes. So they're putting too much of an emphasis again on looks, on physicalities. So, Sagittarius, the next energy that we got from the Romance Angel Oracle deck was forgiving and learning and passion. Forgiving and learning passion. So do you feel that you have been disrespected because of your looks? Because of your beauty? Or do you feel that you were disrespected in some way because of your lack of beauty? Or the lack of the physical beauty that everyone around you thought was the ideal? Maybe you didn't fit into that box, and so therefore you also may not have been made to feel that you were attractive. And so you put a lot of your emphasis into your intelligence and into your strength in order to divert the attention away from what you may, the messages that you may have gotten that you were not as beautiful as the next person, or even a sibling or a family member or somebody in school. Emphasis that we put on beauty. And I think this is saying that you have to forgive and learn, or maybe you can consider forgiving and learning from this experience of what you've gone through, and make this a passion. Make this your passion to stress to other young women the need to value yourself for more than your looks. To make sure that when they're telling the story about your beauty, they're also telling the story about your awesomeness, your ability to command attention when you walk in the room. Not just because of your beauty, but because of your brilliance. That it wasn't just about your beauty. You had a good heart, and that you are strong and confident and talented and intelligent. Beauty is only skin deep. Beauty is only skin deep. That your strength is more than your looks. That your strength is all of you. You could be a beautiful woman. You could be a very, very, very attractive man, but you could be horrible. You have a horrible heart. You can have no principle. You could be a coward. You could be a dimwit. So forgive those people who failed to see the beauty in who you were, who you are, and go forward with the passion, joy, to make it known to these people that I'm much more than my hair, that I'm much more than my face, that I'm much more than my figure. I am a smart person. I'm a compassionate person. And I deserve to be respected, and I deserve to be acknowledged. The card that came for you, female Sagittarius, from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, was acquiring knowledge, the Shadow Queen. Acquiring knowledge. This also talks about insecurity and manipulation. So maybe these are the energies that you are feeling around you. This is a 16, 1 in 67. So this is a divine message. This is about a divine creation that is not just physical beauty, but spiritual beauty. This is about intelligence. And learning how to use your shadow side and your light side. Learning to use your beauty and your intelligence to get the results that you want. Not letting other people use your beauty to manipulate situations, but you learning to use your tools to manipulate things in your favor also. So perhaps there is a connection between this energy and this energy. Perceptions and manipulations. Acquiring the knowledge, learning your craft, learning how to use your talent, learning how to use what God gave you in order to get your way. And maybe that's what you've been doing on the female side. That maybe that's what you've been doing too, which is what your male counterpart has been doing. He's worked with his strengths. His strengths may not be physical, but they may be his brain. So you're using your strength, and your strength may be your beauty, but you want to be respected for your brain also, for your intelligence. So I think these are the two sides of the two sides of the same type of a problem. Divine feminine, divine masculine lesson, right? Feeling inadequate because of your physical limitations or perceptions that others have of you not being perfect. And the frustrating part of being seen only as beauty and only as perfection, physical perfection, and not being lauded for your intelligence and your personality, your sense of adventure, and your loyalty, and all of that. So even though they may be opposite, they're actually very connected. And isn't that what the whole twin flame journey is about, right? Two opposites, right? Attracting two parts, making up the one whole. So the insecurities that the intelligent Vulcan may feel because he may feel that he doesn't live up to the expectations of society because of his handicap, because of his injuries, because he was born disadvantaged or wasn't cared for, went through the adoption foster care system, many, many limitations, but still striving and still wanting to be loved. Helen, this female energy whose beauty may have been used against her. Maybe her attractiveness caused her to experience sexual abuse or being constrained, maybe she wasn't allowed to do certain things and be certain places because her parents, society put constraints on her because of the way she looked, because she was beautiful, because you're beautiful. Maybe you were given certain restrictions because they were trying to control you. And so maybe experiences that you missed out on because of your beauty. That it was just as much of a curse as it would have been had you been handicapped. Or at least that's how you feel. That there are things that you missed out on because of the way you looked. And that people didn't get to know or give you credit for your intelligence. So I think the message here is that we all have challenges when it comes to our looks, the way we feel that we're being perceived, and that we need to change the definition of beauty, change the definition of, of, uh, of strength or perfection, physical perfection. No one's perfect. None of us are perfect. We just want to be accepted for who we are. And you don't want to be dismissed because you're so attractive that people think that you're, not smart or that you don't have anything else to offer besides looks. These are things that we have to pray about. These are lessons that maybe you two energies are going to be coming together to learn how to assist each other on this part of your journey. So maybe that guy is going to talk to that beautiful, unapproachable woman or who he perceives. So maybe this is a message for you, Sagittarius male, that you hadn't connected with anyone yet and let your friends help you. Well, maybe you are going to be connecting with someone who is very similar to you, even though you can't see that right now. So maybe there's someone who works around you, someone in the shadows, someone that you may or may not be aware of, but you may have not given it a second thought because you thought that maybe that they were too beautiful for you. Or maybe this message is to let you know that they're open, that they're looking for passion, and that they can understand those challenges that you have, feeling less than physically attractive compared to the other guys, because she knows about that. She knows that feeling. She may not know that that's what you're feeling right now, but that may be something the two of you will find that you have in common. If you talk about it, if you express yourself, if you're real with this person. Could be a thing. Could be a thing. This is a master year. Anything could happen. But if nothing else, maybe it's a lesson. Maybe it's just a friend that you will be able to acquire. A different outlook on the situation. The card that came here for you, for both of you, inspiration. Number 3. So this may be a inspired divine connection that may be coming up for you in the coming days, sometime between now and the end of May. That's what Spirit told me. Get ready. Get ready, Sagittarius. Male and female. You're going to find that perfect person that may not be that perfect, or maybe you may think it's too perfect for you, or you may not think that you're good enough for. But I think that this is going to give you the inspiration to go out there and put yourself forward and allow yourself to connect with someone. This could be the one. Let your friends help you find this passion. Forgiving the adults in your life, the parents, the siblings, the school mates, all the people that made you feel less than because you were too beautiful, or because you were too smart, or because you didn't make the team, or because you must be fast. Look at you. Oh, you know she had to do this because look at her. Of course. Well, there's a lot of stuff that goes along when you look a certain way. Sometimes it doesn't have to be your face, it could be your body, and you still have people who will find a way to try to make you feel less than, and it's only because they're jealous. So, Sagittarius, I think the message for you is inspiration. That this is a message from the divine to let you know that there is something that's going to raise your spirits in the next month, that you're going to make a new friend and find some kind of commonality in a place where you never thought that you would, with a person that you never thought that you would. And it's going to, you're both going to be blown away with this connection. Anyway, Sag, I'll see you all in the beginning of May for your June general readings. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit the notification just in case I get some energy and I decided I'm going to do a live reading, or just sit up here and talk to you guys one night because I can't sleep. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Let me know how you which are the decks that I use. You can always go back and look at any of the old videos and see different decks. Which do you like? Or what's your favorite? The Akashic Tarot, Archangel, Power Tarot, Mermaids and Dolphins, the Tarot Sexual Magic, the Tarot the Orisha. Let me know what you think about the different decks and this type of a reading. Okay, and those of you who want an Akashic personal reading, send an email, pbtarot7@gmail.com. Those readings are going to be more expensive than the regular general reading. So at this point, I'm going to be charging $45 for the Akashic general reading. $25 for the regular readings, and $45 for an hour of a live messenger reading. But I can't record those. You're welcome to record and take notes because I will not be doing that part. And you can always ask a question on Instant Go, INSTANTGO, Instant Go app. You get that on your iPod, iPad, whatever iPhones. Okay, anything that's an Apple product, right? So I will be speaking to you all soon, and hope you all have a great month between now and the end of. Let me know if this resonates. Let me know if this makes sense to any of you all out there. Okay, and keep me updated during the month if something like this happens for you, Sag. All right, and I'll be talking to you all soon. Bye.